Hello everyone, welcome back to Piston Cup Productions. We are finally reviewing some cars for 2025, and this is going to be the highlights from Case R and Case S. Now, they are a bunch of cases that came out so far this year. The distribution hasn't been all that bad. It's been pretty decent for the most part. Whether it's Walmart, Target, or H-E-B, almost everyone has received a new case. And in my situation, Walmart received the My Name Is Not Chuck case. Unfortunately, it is 12 count cases, so he was stupidly cut out. So really the highlight in that case is like Daryl Car Trip. And then Target for me has been receiving JW, Christina, Wheeland, and Kiandi, whatever. And then H-E-B for me has been receiving Jonathan Gearson, Lightning Ramone, Acer. I know a lot of Targets are receiving this case. I personally haven't seen it yet at the time that I'm recording this, but I'm pretty sure eventually, pretty soon I will. But I know that some Targets are already on the next one, which is Case T. And the highlights for that one are Lightning McQueen with Shovel, Grem, and I believe Fishtail. So overall, it's going pretty smoothly right now. But then again, that's what we said last year. And after March ended, heading into April is when it all went downhill for distribution in 2024. So I'm gonna keep my expectations on the down low. I don't want to get too overexcited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox some cars. So starting off with Lightning Ramone, I feel like this is one that a lot of people are gonna get. It's a really cool one. I really like how this guy looks. You do see like a little bit of a shadow there on the edge of him, on the top and on the side. I don't know if it just like the Photoshop was poorly done or something, but yeah, it's kind of noticeable. It looks like one giant sticker just slapped on there when you compare it to like the other ones that look a lot more natural. But anywho, I love that artwork. Looks great. He definitely is a lot more accurate looking to the previous versions from China, and we will compare those pretty soon. There's the back of the packaging. Other highlights include JW, Sarge, or the Pit Crew Sarge, sorry, Christina, Daryl, Mario, and Dexter. All of those are in case R and S, so they are pretty accessible to get. Very Cars 1 heavy on the re-releases, in a good way. I like it. I love it. Now, I know there's probably going to be some allegations on this guy thinking, oh, he's a chase, he's metallic cherry red. No. Do you see anywhere on here that it says chase or has a numbering system or it mentioning it being a limited run? No. If it's a chase, it'll clearly tell you that. That's how it's always been. That's how it always will be. This guy has come out for many, many years. It's just that now he has different paint and it's from a different manufacturer. People automatically think chase. So first impressions on this Ramone is you really need to see this guy in person. I mean, the paint is just gorgeous. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but just look at the little reflective glitter that this guy's got going on there, and you'll just see and appreciate. I mean, the reflection on it is crazy. You can see me on the roof of this guy. The colors are just fantastic. I love the rims. There's the bottom of the vehicle. It is a Chevrolet Impala made in Thailand. Fantastic looking paint. So if you move it here towards a bit of different lighting, kind of like towards the window, you can kind of see that paint and appreciate it a little bit more. It just looks really, really good. So in comparison to our beloved Chinese counterpart, you can very clearly see the difference in the color. I feel like this was more of a red-orange, and here it's just a very beautiful, appropriate red. Lightning McQueen red almost. So looking at the bolts, one difference I am noticing is they did remove like the black outline that's like inside of the bolts. I don't know why they did that. It's very clearly on the artwork of the packaging. There is a white trim on the outside and a black trim on the inside. The black trim is gone. I do kind of miss that. I do wish it was on here. Looking at the rims, I do prefer the original rims from China more. These are just lacking color and detail. You got blue window tint for this guy. Oh wow, you can really see the color difference at this angle. And it does have the radiator springs panel stuck inside there. Other side. License plates and tail lights. Still reads the good old slogan, low and slow. And then expressions. He has a closed mouth now. And his eyes are a little bit lower. Looks a lot better. I'm not a big fan of how this one looks kind of just dead center. This one has at least a little bit more personification, if you will. The painting is a little sloppy on the silver trim around the eyes here. You can see parts of red being exposed. But considering I've only been able to find one of this guy, I'll take it. Heck, I didn't even find it. It was my mom who found these for me at HEB. We got bro's mom finding cars before him in 2025. Alright, so the hydraulic version. And I really want to see this one in a hydraulic version. If I could get the chance to customize one or ask someone to do it, it'd be great. I do like the expression on the hydraulic one more compared to the single new one from Thailand. But one thing that we can fault the hydraulic one for is the very flat looking paint. It's not as good as you would expect. It's also missing the black trim around the bolt, oddly enough. So I guess it's been missing for a while. And the hydraulic one does have the more accurate window tint. When you compare it to like the artwork, it's like that grayish color, light gray. There you go. It's got it on there. This one has a dark blue, which is a bit of a different story, but it still looks nice. This one's just a lot more movie accurate. I like the rims on this one a lot more for sure. The hydraulic one at least. Yeah, so if you were to give this hydraulic one this color, I feel like this would be the ultimate Lightning Ramone. So that's pretty much it for Ramone. Now we're going to move on to, I guess we'll do Acer. Why the heck not? So this is a variant from Thailand. This is one people have been asking for ever since they saw Vladimir and Tubbs Pacer return in 2023. Or was it 24? I think it was 23. Yeah, 2023, so 2 years ago. It's great seeing these guys again. Cars 2. Unfortunately, if you've seen the 2025 poster, this is the second to last release. Actually, if you're already finding Case T at Target, you're done with Cars 2 for the year. There's only 3 freaking releases for Cars 2 this year. Graham and Acer being 2 of them. Otis again for whatever damn reason in 2025, taking up a slot as always. No Cars 2 McQueen, no Francesco, no Finn or Holly, no Miles Axelrod, no Rod Torque Redline, none of that. But hey, I won't complain about the lemons being back. That's awesome, especially the main ones. Vladimir Trunkov and Tubbs Pacer, sure, random. I feel like you should have done these guys first. Graham and Acer, they're a lot more prominent. But I'll take it. It's great to see them back. Now we're about to see how different this guy is compared to the Chinese counterpart. Okay, so first impressions. Whoa, what is that? That Lightyear text? Hello, is that you? Oh no, it says road hug. Okay, does the China one have that? I feel, oh wow, I guess I've never paid attention to that. Yeah, it does. Okay, quick little comparison. From the front, got your classic eyeliner from Thailand. Of course you do. The eyes are a lot bigger. Color's a little different for the eyes. There's the front. Still got a plastic bumper on the front, or mouthpiece. It's not a unibody, as I thought it would be. At least I don't believe it is. No, that looks like a separate piece of plastic, yeah. There are these sides. Yeah, they got the details pretty well. There's the back. The shades of green are slightly, ever so slightly different. In person, it's a little bit more noticeable. I don't know which one I would prefer. Same goes for like that window tint. It is slightly different in color. The license plates, I mean, really the only difference is which one's clearer, and it's obviously the Chinese one. There are the sides. Very nice. And that's Acer. Pretty simple. So, the ultimate question, which one's better, China or Thailand? Me personally, I'd have to say China. I don't know, I just prefer the eyes on this one more. I feel like this is too much with the eyeliner and the big goofy eyes. I feel like this one's just a lot more grounded, in my opinion, to the second movie and the character. Now we're gonna get on to, oh boy, a controversial one. Where do I start with this one? Okay, we know where this is from, right? We're all on the same page. Cars on the Road. Cool, yeah. Okay, the only new Cars on the Road release for 2025. Oh man, we really saw how On the Road fizzled out, didn't we? Okay, next point of controversy. The color looks nothing like the artwork, does it now? This is a much darker blue. This is almost going towards like a gray or like a baby blue. It's just not the same color. Not even on the lighter parts of the vehicle where there's more lighting hitting it. It's just not the same color. And last but not least, possibly the most controversial thing about this one, the name. Jonathan Gearson. If you've seen this episode, you know very well that this is a female vehicle. A female BMW at that. And it has a guy's name. Hey, it's 2025. I'm not gonna judge or anything, but what the hell, Mattel? What were you thinking with that name? You couldn't have called her like Clarissa or something? I'm pretty sure if you watched this episode on Disney Plus, that is not the name it has. I swear to you it doesn't. And if it does, please tell me. I have not watched On the Road almost in like a year and a half. So like, I just need a like refresher. Is this really the name on the end credits? I highly doubt it. But that name is just the worst decision ever. You could have given this name to a new Piston Cup fan, a reporter, anyone, or even a hauler, or even a helicopter, or I don't know. This name could have been for anyone else, but a female. I just don't understand why they would call the female producer, assistant, director from this episode Jonathan. Okay, I mean, you do you, I guess, but I feel like this is just a mass-produced error. I really do feel that way. So, heavy little vehicle. I love the feel of it. I love the size of it. It's a mid-size sedan BMW. Now, I'm not a huge BMW expert, but cover the mouth and the eyes, and I can start seeing this in real life. Doesn't even look like it's from Cars at that point when you cover these two pieces. Oh my gosh, that is trippy. That is actually kind of trippy. Looks like just a normal car. This looks like a Hot Wheel now. Oh my gosh, okay, that was creepy. That was actually kind of trippy. Cars fans, when they discover that a car is based off of a real car and not meant to be in the movies exclusively. Oh gosh, yeah, it's a real life vehicle. Oh my gosh, it even says on the back it's a 330i. I think that's what they're called, 330i. I've seen these on the road, no pun intended. Okay, I know exactly what this car is now. I've seen these in white and black. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a cool one. It's just a shame the color isn't exactly like the artwork. Would have been so cool seeing that color. Who knows, maybe they'll update it and then we'll have a variant. Die-cast metal windows. I haven't seen that in a while, but that's great to see. I love the expression. I love the blinkers on the sides here with the orange flashers going off. The vents here at the bottom towards the mouth. The headset piece. I feel like this might be the same headset piece as trainer cruiser mirrors. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be different, but this is good for customs. Gray window tint. License plate 419 NV, Nevada, I'm assuming. I love the trunk, the detail, the cuts and everything, the headlights, the BMW logo. It looks pretty good. The dual exhaust pipe, or quad exhaust pipe, I should say, the setup. I love it. Yeah, this is a good one. I am a fan. I'm a fan of this casting. I really am. Christina Wheeland. Now, the reason I picked this one up is no, not because I don't have it. I do. The color is quite different. Let me show you. Okay, so now you see it, right? I think it's an improvement. I am a huge fan of that, like, metallic almost looking blue. It's like that dark, beautiful blue. It's a lot darker than the original. I mean, compared to the artworks, which blue do you think matches up better? I think maybe the original. But the fact it has this dark blue, it just looks beautiful, shiny, elegant. It just looks really good all around. It's a very simple vehicle. There's not much to her. License plate is slightly different. It has like a green trim now. But it's still a pretty solid looking car overall. Of course, you do have like the axle pin showing in the middle of the wheel. Or the rim, sorry. Used to be covered up. Now they're always exposed on these cars. Yeah, but that's a different story. Not bad. Pretty simple little vehicle. Did I need it? No. Did I like the color? Yes. The eyes are a lot bigger now too. You can have your fair share on what you think about that. But you notice how they're making the eyes on a lot of these cars a lot bigger. Acer, Christina. Yeah. You're starting to catch my gist here. I think it goes without saying what I'm trying to say without getting people offended. Okay, but speaking of big eyes, we got a Tokyo car here that I picked up because I wasn't sure how different it would be, and I'm still not certain how different it'll be. It's from Tokyo Mater Kyandi, however you say that name. And I do have the original from China. I feel like you just need to open this one to see how different it is, so let's do it. Okay, so at first glance, it's pretty difficult, but the eyes are a lot smaller. Don't mind the scuff there. That's a personal problem with mine. So I was talking about how the eyes are getting bigger, but for whatever reason, on the anime-looking car, they make the eyes smaller. Should have been the other way around. Should have kept it like this, but cool, I guess. I think this one's just a lot cuter, and it just fits the Tokyo aesthetic a lot more. Trying to see what else is different. Let's see here. The exhaust pipes are silver on the old one. Now they're gray. That's expected. The wheels are a different shade, kind of. I really don't care about that. Window tint is different. Metal mirrors or plastic mirrors? I can't tell. I think they might be just hard plastic, yeah. Not all that different. So, if you missed out on this one first time around, I wouldn't stress about it. They're pretty similar. You're just missing out on the eyes. There used to be an eye plate here and a mouth plate. Now, I think this is still a mouth plate, but I believe there's no eye plate anymore. So the eyes are metal now instead of plastic. So I guess that's an upgrade. That essentially wraps it off for the first unboxing of 2025 for Disney cards. Let me know which one your favorite was, which ones you're picking up or not picking up. I'd like to get your opinion and thoughts. Me personally, I think my favorites would have to be the Ramone and the BMW. I feel like they knocked it out of the park with these two. These are fantastic. These were definitely my favorites from this one. But anywho, Piston Cup Productions signing out, and I will see you guys next time.